definitely a part of me that was like, what if I just didn't show up? What if I just like didn't say anything for the whole day? Could I get away with it? Is the question. I think I could. But like barely. People who are waiting in chat, I'll be right back. I'm running a little late, so I'll be right there. Hello, Dorothea. Hello, everyone. Basically, I decided if I wanted to do webcam or chat today, and I was like, I'll put chat on there. Why not? Why not, dude? Although I could probably do that a little bit, and then do a little bit of that. It's not working. Trying to get rid of that small little line at the top. And having a time trying to do it. How do I? What do I? Nope, that's not it. Although, now I'm pulling my taskbar. I'm a mess today. Maybe like right here. And then, whoops. Well, I'm a mess today. I can't grab the right windows. I think it's too short now. There we go. A little bit more. Hey, Mr. Howell, how's it going? That's still not where I want it to be. But I don't care anymore. Okay. Hey guys, how's the audio? How's the in-game audio compared to my voice? Can you hear it? Is it overpowering? Am I overpowering? Let me know before I get the stream started in earnest. Also, sorry to people watching YouTube upload. Running a little bit janky today. Sounds good? Great. Okay. At here, you voted for it. This is just, I'm trying to... Someone made a comment last night saying, like, Nick, you seem pretty aggressive about not wanting to play Digimon World Dawn, or pretty passive-aggressive about not wanting to play Digimon World Dawn. And I was like, it's not passive. It's pretty overt. It's pretty directly aggressive. Dorothy, you can hear it now. It pops out when I tab out, so it'll only play when I'm, like, focused in the game. That's just a RetroArch thing. Currently sick. Hope it's over soon. Audio's good. I also hope today's stream is over soon. Thank you, Mr. Howell. But I also hope that you get better soon. Just give it a sec. Because the audio should be audible now, but it's going to go away in a second when I go back to type it in Discord. But if you can't hear it now, that's a different story. Waiting. Waiting. Loading. 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 I'm just going to assume it's fine. Because I got to move on. You voted for it. Now you have to come to the stream. Thank you, Emmy. Dems the rules. I don't like Digimon World Dawn. I feel like anyone who watched the first 2 streams would very much be aware of that. So I hope you voted for it knowing I was gonna be pissy the whole time. I can't think of another word. It's just pissy. Please explain to me why you like this game so much. I truly don't understand beyond, quote, there's a lot of variety of Digimon. Because if that's the case, I could just click around the wiki for 2 hours instead and have a better time. But the people have spoken, and this is sometimes a democracy. So play it again, I shall. And then do a little space. But in all honesty, please come to the stream if you can. I find this game boring, and an active and engaged chat helps me stream better during boring games. So I'd appreciate it. And then link to the stream. Okay, just a nice old paragraph. That's good. Hey, Johnny. So, guys, I'm going to go through my spiel again. You just heard most of it in the Discord, but before I start, let's go through it again. I don't like this game. I made that very clear. I had a meltdown in the beginning of the last stream. So if you're watching this in the playlist, you already know I don't like this game. And some of you were here last time, so you already know I don't like this game. And I've been shouting it from the rooftops that I don't like this game. So clearly you guys are aware. And that's fine. If you picked it because you're like, I like seeing Nick angry, honestly, I respect it. That's fine. It is called Wrath of Zalis. So, you know, at a certain point, I brought it on myself. But I just really want to explain it. I just don't get it. I don't think the story is very good in this game. I don't think the gameplay loop is very good. It's just like, and it's just so many battles with such slow progression in such like windy and intentionally confusing areas. I don't think it's a good game. I just genuinely don't. And I'm sure some of you guys do, and that's fine. But I want you to communicate to me why you think it's a good game. And last time I asked that, I think 2 people responded. And I'm just like, guys, please, I'm flying blind. There were 107 votes up for this over the other game. Yeah, when we were deciding what to stream. So 107 of you clearly prefer this game to Pokemon Stadium 2 Rental Randomizer. And just tell me why. I just want to know why. This isn't like a hostage situation. I'm not like trying to like interrogate you. I want to understand. I want to empathize, and I can't at the moment. So please, I'm begging you, someone tell me what makes this game so good. Because again, I think it's the worst of the 3DS games. Like, Lost Evolution has some of the problems this game does, but the progression is much faster. Digimon World DS, I think, is a better balanced game, but you know, it's aimed a little bit younger. I don't get it. Dawn and Dusk suck. They're so bad. I don't understand. Ugh. Is it that like you don't want to play the game, but you want to watch it because you like want to know what happens? Is that what it is? You want to live vicariously? Guys, I don't know. It's rough. So we're gonna play this. I've logged about 2 hours for it, which is shorter than my normal streams because I don't enjoy the game. So thank you guys for watching. Let's start it up, and you know, we'll see. we'll see. I think last time I ended the series or ended part 2, I was like pretty convinced I was not going to be playing again. So I didn't really make preparations for things moving forward. Nor do I remember what we were doing. So this will be a good time. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Mine was pretty low key, and I enjoyed that. So that was pretty neat. How was everyone else's Thanksgiving? Some people just want to watch the World Born. I do agree with that. Hey, I made it to one of these for once. Friendly reminder to get off Top Chat. Hey, J Fox, you made it to a bad one. You made it to a rage stream. I hope you're excited. Let's see. What do we got? Clear, cool. And why does it work? I feel like the game actively doesn't want me to play it. There's going to be so many nitpicks in this, so I hope you guys are ready. First of all, I forgot about this. When you talk to someone, this is the text speed, and it's so slow. And you may be thinking, Nick, just mash through it. But you can't just mash through it. You can kind of, but the way it works is that the text only speeds up when you hold down the button. So you have to hold it down, bring it up, hold it down. I'm just like, why do you like this? Who designed this game? This game is a travesty. Okay. I really don't remember where we're supposed to be going. I know that this game has like mandatory side quests where you have to do all of these before you can do main quests. For me, it's the nostalgia, and I love watching you stream it. Dorothea is part of Team Give Nick an Aneurysm. No, your arrival is not cursed. This stream was cursed before you ever got here, J Fox. Sortie to Loop Swamp. Go to Union Room and talk to Glare. I cannot tell the last 2 to 4 minutes of freezing up was from my end of the stream. It's definitely your net. I haven't been dropping any frames. So, I don't know what to tell you. Figure that out. I think... So this is the thing. I'm clearly in pain when I stream Pokemon Stadium Rental Randomizer. Like, clearly I'm not enjoying it. But there is, like, a challenge aspect to it. And, you know, it has some, like, hype moments. But it's more of, like, RNG-based pain versus, like, grindy pain. And I would take RNG for a stream over grind any goddamn day of the week. Welcome, Nick. I have a job for you to do. I want you to go to Loop Swamp, where a link has been reestablished. Deep inside Loop Swamp, detect illegal activity similar to the virus program like that one that attacked the city. Chief Glare, Nick doesn't have enough experience. Alright. You're a Gen 7 starter Pokemon, so leave me alone. Shouldn't we send a more experienced tamer? Nick is still inexperienced. There's no telling what will happen. Shouldn't we call Gao's team? Let them handle it? Alright. See you guys. You're right, but... Hey, glad nobody is batting for me. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Ophanimon. I'm glad someone trusts me. I think Nick is capable of handling it. Get to Loop Swamp and find out what's causing the illegal activity. Also, watch out for the whirlpools in Loop Swamp. You can enter the big ones, but not the small ones. Oh, that's right. Loop Swamp. Boy, you know what everybody's favorite game mechanic is in an RPG like this? It's teleporters. That's why everybody's favorite areas in Pokemon are like, you know, Silphco. And like the Team Aqua hideout. People love teleporters. They're not confusing and annoying at all. Chat, what's everyone up to today? What are you what were you doing before the stream started? What are you doing after the stream ends? Just like in life. It doesn't have to be today. Like what happened in your life before today and what's going to happen in your life going forward? Please answer in under 30 words. But also make it very succinct and impactful. And also, if you could have it delivered to me by 11:59 p.m. tonight, it'll go in your final grade. So, just be aware of that. Just be aware that you this is going to count for 20% of your grade. So be sure to get it done. The sooner the better, if we're being honest. So I guess check my Digimon again. See what we're dealing with. A mini map, none of the stupid maze map shit, not requiring doing X amount of optional quests to make it so much better. But I'm not sure that'd be enough. Playing Tears of the Kingdom, it's awesome. Tears of the Kingdom fucking rules. That game rules. Let's see. What am I doing here? But, yeah, just like, this was part of the era of gaming where it was like, hey, what if we just, like, really made this take as long as possible so you get the most bang for your buck? I'm like, that's not... You don't give a game replay value because it's obtuse to play. That's not how that works. Playing Small Saga, the Rodent RPG? Ooh, I've never heard of that. Shit, instead of this, I'm playing Sifu in Tears of the Kingdom. How is Sifu? I played it at launch. I bought it on a whim, and I was like, I don't know that I like this game that much. But I've heard they added, like, a super easy mode, so maybe I'll try that again, but I'm unsure. I'm playing OS RuneScape Leagues 4? I don't think I know what that is. Is that, like, a different version of RuneScape? Is it, like, a competitive one? I have one RuneScape story, and I think it's a story as old as time. I started up RuneScape, and this is the first, like, MMO I messed with, because I must have been, like, 11. And, I just realized there was a follow button. So I just clicked follow on some random person, and then they were basically like, "Hey, stop following me." And then like I just didn't say anything, and just kept following them, and they were like, "Okay." So they walked into the PvP zone, pretty deep into it, killed me and stole my starter items. And then I couldn't play. And then I tried playing the game, but I was like, "This game is so hard. They don't give you any of the equipment." So I was like, "I don't even know what to do here." And that's it. I stopped playing. I remember that. I think I had one other story, which is someone. I think they died to like an enemy they spawned or something, but it was in like a neutral zone, and they died, and then like I went to their body and like examined it and found like a bunch of like high level armor and stuff, and they like DM'd me and they're like, "Hey, don't take my stuff," and I was like, "Okay, I definitely won't," and then I took their stuff, and then they just kept walking behind me and be like, "Give me back my stuff," and I was like, "No, thank you." So you know. So this RuneScape is a real Lord of the Flies situation. Alright, so I need Dragon XP and another level for Digimon, or I need 23 and even more attack and spirit. Okay. I think that's pretty much everyone's experience with RuneScape, either one or the other. 33. Okay, so nobody's even close to leveling up. Just chilling, playing Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Save the soak and watch you play this awesome game. Nice. I'm really enjoying the randomizer of Paper Mario. We're about to go into Keel Hall Key, which is gonna be pretty cool. Was I trying to go for Hookmon, or am I okay with Gargemon? I think I'm okay with Gargemon. I'm playing RS, not OSRS. Well, good news. I don't know what RS. Oh, you mean RuneScape, okay. Oh, and it's event servers pretty much, gotcha. On the side is a stupid time sync for some reason I can't understand myself. Hey, that's fair. Oh, you know what? I forgot. The game might actually be running worse because I have rewind on, and the DS doesn't like rewind. Alright, well, I get to level 35. That's the most Digivolving we'll see this episode, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright, cool. Yep, that's the Digimon World Dawn I knew. 2 steps out of a menu. Bam, 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 bam. I think it's really cool that that basic enemies in this game take 5 minutes to kill. I think that's a really good feature. Because, like, games are too easy these days, where they're like, oh, you want to beat an enemy in, like, 2 hits because you're going to fight 1,000 more of them? Alright, well, quit being so lazy. How do y'all try to make this as painless as possible for Nick? Good evening, just home with a reasonable stream start time. Nice. Hello, Damien and Knight. And Sarv. Digivolving finished, yeah, I wish. Alright, so who in the chat right now, the people present, the people truly with us, how many of you voted for Digimon World Dawn over Pokemon Stadium? And I genuinely, this is not an attack. I promise. I'll tell you if it's an attack. I'll give you warning ahead of time. This is not an attack. I'm just curious how many people voted for it. Do a poll. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's make this anonymous so that Knight can hide the fact that he voted for Digimon World Dawn. Did you vote for this game today? So the main reason I want to know is I want to know how many of the people who voted for Dawn showed up to the stream and how many people are going to watch it later. What game is this? This is what does it say in the title? I don't have it up. Should be in the title. I voted Dawn proudly. Playing it. I didn't vote because I didn't think it was going to be here, but I would have voted for a Stadium. Gotcha. I mean, it's okay to vote for a game if you can't make it to the stream. I mean, it's not my preferred. I get it. But, like, you know, I know some people just watch the VODs. I'm a VOD watcher myself. I don't really watch streams live. I watch them when they get uploaded later because I have more free time and, like, stuff like that. Or just, you know, it's just easier. So I don't shame anyone for doing it that way. I think with this game it hurts a little bit more because, like I said, having an active chat for this game helps things a lot. because it distracts me from the monotony of playing this game normally. But that's pretty much just for this game. Every other game, like, yeah, dude, whatever, it's fine. What kind of game like is this? It's like a Pokemon style. So Digimon World DS, Digimon World Dawn and Dusk, and then Digimon World Lost Evolution are all built in the same engine. They're kind of Pokemon-like. I mean, they're much more closer to Cyber Sleuth. They're basically the template for Cyber Sleuth before it came out. Where you have 3 Digimon on against up to 5, I think it is. Watching VODs on 1.5 speed is also neat depending on the game. I can't do that. I can't watch VODs that fast. I just, like, I know I could do it, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's gonna forever ruin things for me. Because then you come to a live stream and suddenly it's like, why does Nick talk so slow? I'm like, I don't. You're just watching me on double speed. Lost Evolution was so good for the first half of the game. Yeah, Lost Evolution really loses whatever the fuck it was trying to do. I think it's better than I know it's better than this game, for sure. I definitely like Lost Evolution more than Dawn and Dusk, but there's some really annoying mechanics in that game too. Again, it just comes from the weird era of gaming where they were like, what if we just made everything difficult for no reason? Digimon World Dawn is not my president. So this is the interesting thing, is that seemingly from the poll, more people in the stream voted against it, but they still showed up to the stream, and yet the people who did vote for it didn't show up to the stream. And I think that's part of my issue with the Digimon World Dawn fever, so to speak, is that I'm like, all right, but then like then come here with the rest of us. Like, I don't know. Like I said, this is like just a specific thing to this game. Yeah, the chip stuff was good before they raised difficulty on it. Yeah, it's also just so annoying. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you really should have only had to do it once, and there shouldn't have been a grading. It should have just been like a pass-fail thing. Should do a poll for the next week in chat at the end of the stream so you know in advance what the choices are. I think I'm not going to... yeah, I'm not streaming next weekend. That's another, like, side kind of thing that happens when I stream Digimon World Dawn, is that when I'm playing the schedule out, I'm like, alright, I'm not going to stream next week. Like, Digimon World Dawn sucks the will for me to stream out of me. So I just don't. I usually just like take a week off after I do Dawn. I wouldn't have taken a week off after Pokemon Stadium unless it was like a harrowing loss. I'm gonna be real. I forgot a lot of issues this game has, and now I feel bad for voting for it. Hey, I don't want to make anyone feel guilty. I do, but I'm gonna pretend I don't. It's one of those things where it's like I feel like people. I think the true crux of it is people like the idea of Digimon World Dawn more than actually watching it, which is upsetting. But like I get it, right? You played the game when you were younger and you enjoyed it, so it's like surely it still holds up, and it's like it does not hold up. It's actually quite bad. But like it's too late to see that. I think my problem is that I feel like every time I like put Digimon World Dawn in a vote again, it's always people who didn't watch part 1 or 2 and like realize that it didn't age well. So I'm like, well, it's just a never-ending like Ouroboros. But we'll see. I mean, if anything, it means I need to make more options in the polls. There's still still two vote rigs out there. I know ENIAC used his, but there's 2 more, and I wonder what it's going to take for them to use it. It's really what it's coming down to. I feel like this is the thing with 90% of Digimon games. The idea in them is way better than the execution. Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes they get it right if they get another chance. Like I would say, the core Digimon World formula. So like 1 redigitize next order. Those are really good because they've been working on the formula for multiple games. And I think it does get better each time. Even if they sometimes they make a wrong step and I think with redigitize, the weird thing is that the cities already exists when you get there. You don't get to build it from scratch. But so I think that was a misstep. But then they also kind of realized that next order and you do build it up at least a little bit. So I don't know. I think the problem is that they keep changing the format of what a Digimon game is, so they never get a chance to nail it. Except for this series. I don't know what it is with DS, Dawn, and Lost Evolution, but I'm like, you guys had 3 games to fucking nail this out, and I don't think you did. They'll rig it when Dawn loses a poll. Oh my god, they will, won't they? Don't put that evil on me. I would have, but it feels precious to use it up. I mean, it is precious, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's not, it's, what did I say to Red? I think Red has the other one. I said it's not an elixir in a JRPG. Like, you should use it before the final boss, or you're just going to forget about it. But yeah, they took these 3 games and turned them into Cyber Sleuth, which, but, you know, that's true. I guess they did finish on the, or they did improve on the formula. And I was going to say, like, with Cyber Sleuth, I think Cyber Sleuth had some missteps, but then I think Hacker's Memory corrected every single problem I had with Cyber Sleuth, so. They can learn. They do get better the more they work on a game. Which is why, like, if they make a Survive 2, I think it'll be fucking awesome. Survive has so much potential, and I still think it's a solid game to play once. But, even if there's some, like, annoying grindiness to it at parts, but Survive 2, that would fucking rip. I use it when Metabots comes up as a choice, which is never... I can tell you, Chaz, directly, just to, like, save you, Metabots will never be a stream. If I go back to Metabots, if I decide, hey, you know what? I'm feeling too happy today. What if I played a miserable game and I had to follow a guide for it? On an IP that has been long dead, and that only people who watched it when they were growing up 25 years ago will enjoy. Which, to be fair, is most of my audience. But if I feel like that, it'll be for a 45-minute recording session so that I can stop recording it and just go like, oh my god, I fucking hate this game. That's part of the reason why I think Dawn is so rough for me, because I'm like, if I play a game for YouTube that I don't really enjoy as much, but people seem to like it, if I play it on, like, in a recording, it's like, that's 45 minutes, and then I can, you know, I can either, like, stop recording altogether and just, like, go about my day, or I can, like, you know, edit it out, take breaks and stuff. I can't do that with a stream. I'm stuck here for 2 hours. It sucks. I have to play this game when I don't want to. And it's live. I can't edit any of this out. How about Custom Robo for GameCube Men? No, I'm glad you said that. I have actually been thinking about going back to Custom Robo. Custom Robo is a better Metabots game than Metabots. I've played it a couple times before. I've never finished it all the way. I've finished it on my own time twice. But I've never finished it on the channel. Because I think when I started playing it again, I, like, stopped using my desk as much and went back to just, like, recording on my console. But I've been doing a lot of GameCube games lately, and I've been recording more PC games in general lately, so I think I will go back to that sooner than later. I just haven't figured out a good time to. Definitely not Zoids. I have no nostalgia for Zoids, so I'm not playing that. I gotta say, a 3DS game, Worlds do not qualify as trying to master this new formula that we could reuse as many assets as we can. Cut costs and make more money with little. I mean, you can do that, right? There have been games that have tried to, like, reuse assets, but still, like, make a good game. Why do so many of my fucking moves keep missing? Why are you adding that on to this battle? I already don't do any damage. Now I have to miss my fucking attacks, too? Why are you doing this to me? Survive has a really strong start and a really bad, kind of, not finish, I guess, because, like, the true route is a lot of fun. It just, like, it reuses so many of the same story beats, and it gets kind of old and annoying. Where it's like, you kind of realize when you play, because I played through all 4 routes, and they're all on YouTube. I recorded them all blind. But you really start to realize that regardless of what choices you make, who you side with and stuff like that, a lot of the stuff still happens the same way. There's one moment in particular, and I'm not going to spoil it, but something happens, that something big happens in Chapter 5, and it really affects the whole party. And then it's handled differently in the true route, and Chapter 6 still plays out exactly the same way, despite it changing, which is very upsetting, because I'm like, this narratively, this doesn't make any fucking sense. So I'm like, what the fuck? Speaking of Metabots, the whole series uploaded to YouTube on AI's replay. I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm gonna end the poll, by the way. There you go. Oh, wow. I don't know, we had 18 people in chat. I haven't looked at how many people are in the chat right now. But, that's what's funny to me. Is like, there's like a core group of people who will watch every stream. And by the way, you guys are the real champions. You guys are the people that I'm like, hell yeah, this is what makes it all worth it. The ones who show up to every game and not just like certain games. They're here for me, not for the game. The game is a bonus. Anyway, it's just funny that it kind of goes out that way. Dawn and Dusk have almost no real differences. Lost Evolution is the most in core mechanic change introduction. Yeah, I mean, I think Dawn and Dusk was clearly a cash grab. One that we only really let Pokemon get away with. Which is, that they're the ones who, like, Pokemon is allowed to do the exact same game, but with, like, 1% different. Digimon didn't really get away with it. I wonder how much splitting it between Dawn and Dusk, like, hurt sales. Or maybe it helped it, who knows? I assume it hurt it, because they've never tried it again. Story does change a lot based on the version. Oh, so instead of doing a bunch of side quests and running around in really confusing areas, what happens differently? Should I have played Dusk instead? Is that where the good game is? If I wasn't here, I'd be watching the full playthrough of Stadium 1. That's true, that's up for members. I think I figured out a new way to kind of trick YouTube a little bit with that, which is, so when a video is longer than 12 hours, the only way you can upload it is as a premiere. And I don't know if they do that on purpose or if that's like a workaround, because a premiere treats it like a live stream. But if it finishes uploading, you can change it from a premiere, because when it's a premiere, nobody can watch it. But you can change it from premiere into a members only video, and it seems to work. So that's pretty cool. Exactly, we're here to see the games of bonus. So you're suffering. My suffering is plentiful today. So that's more that you find out a lot more playing Dusk, I think. Oh, great, I picked the wrong one. I want to try something real quick. I want to see if the game will let me. No, hold on. That's not right. They did 2 different versions again for Gross Blue and Red. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Where is... That's weird. So YouTube said that that you can now gift memberships, like if you're the person doing the channel, but I don't see that as an option in my own chat, so I don't think I can gift memberships. I don't know, maybe it's not implemented yet, but I think they said that they're adding a way to like gift out like memberships like to people in your chat, like for free if you're the channel owner. But I don't know that I can do that. I don't think it's like a official thing yet. This isn't Chaz. This isn't a witch hunt. Obviously, there are going to be people who voted for this game in the stream. They voted for it. Like, I'm not attacking anyone. Again, my whole thing with this is not. I don't want people to be like, you like this game, you suck. I want to be like, tell me why you like this game. I want to know. I want to know so I can understand. I'm nothing if not an empath, and I want to empathize. I want to empathize. I was trying to say emphasize, but I knew it was wrong, so my brain was like trying to stop me. I want to empathize with the people who enjoy this game, but I just don't. Nobody has given me compelling evidence. I disagree. Hey, we're not picking on the people who voted this game. We're asking questions. We're not picking on them. Yeah, exactly. I didn't drop Metabots completely. I had to take a very long hiatus for my mental health to stop playing Metabots. Because I played a bunch as a kid is my guess why I like it. Yeah, and then, you know, I predicted that. I assumed that was why a lot of people liked it. Kogamon. I gotta heal soon. But yeah, if I like truly didn't want to play this, then I wouldn't have put it in the poll. Now, granted, I did put it in the poll hoping it would lose. Like, I can still prefer one game to another that's in the poll. But, you know. Just running around in circles. I'd rather this get dropped than Your Turn to Die. Your Turn to Die will never truly get dropped because the whole theme of the game is about what do you call it? Is about popular vote and like voting is like a decision making process. It's too thematically on point for me to drop Your Turn to Die. Hey Maz, what's up? Maz, who is trying to actively steal my best friend from me. Are we having fun, streamer? Yeah, it's a blast. It's a great time. Maz, what's your stance on Digimon World Dawn? How do you feel about it, like as a concept? At least with Stadium, you get that one hit of dopamine right at the beginning of last week's stream. Yeah, and then not for another 2 hours. That's the thing too with Stadium is like, I am making progress very slowly, but like I do feel very like accomplished when I like beat it. I think it's okay, but it's very slow. Oh boy, is it slow. Hope you like every wild enemy taking fucking 40 hits. Just, you know, just my champions can't beat up these fucking turtles. But also the turtles can't beat me up, so we're just both kind of standing here staring at each other. The attack efficacy in this game is all out of whack. It's just as its ups and downs for this game? I guess so. I've mostly experienced the downs. Are you playing on speed up? At times. The problem with speed up is that I can't always go through the menus as fast as I need to. And also, like, I eventually get tired of, like... Actually, no, the main reason I have to not do speed up is, like, for my own sanity. Because if I speed up when I'm in the overworld, I get a random battle literally every 5 seconds. And it's just like, I can't really deal with that. I can't deal with getting random battles that quickly. I need to, like, take in the map so I can understand where I'm going. Good ship away at it. Well, yeah, there are turtles that have more defense than attack. Yeah, but then, like, that's not fun. The thing that I always think about, or not always, but I think about it a lot more as an adult now. I think about games in terms of game design, where I'm like, well, what were they going for here? What were they trying to achieve? Did they just follow a formula of like, okay, this is a turn-based RPG, so do this, 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 and this, and then that was it? That they just like they called it a day, they wrapped it up. But I'm like, I don't understand. So like, my thing here is that I believe the game design goal here was that the game, if you really get down to it, like if you cut out all the like weird random side missions and stuff, isn't that long. So then they force you to do some side missions. I'm like, okay, I get that. I get that you didn't really have that much content in the main story. And if you did have that much content in the main story, it's baffling why you would choose to make side quest mandatory. So then you got to think about, why are the battles so long? It's like, okay, well maybe they want you to like feel the sense of like, you know, your Digimon getting stronger. I'm like, okay, but then why does every Digimon give me like 5 XP? Or like, why do my Digimon like never level up? When do you want me to evolve? I don't understand. Maybe they like want you to use new Digimon you like get the scan data for instead of using your evolve Digimon. It's like, I think about it from a game design standpoint. I'm like, I don't know what they were going for. The only true directive that I know for sure this game was trying to do was make this game take fucking forever so that they feel like they got a lot. Which I don't think is a good way to design a game. That's the other thing too, is like, I don't know that these two, like this and Lost Evolution, I don't know that they tested the gameplay loop. Because like, like you would instantly realize how annoying the plate stuff was in Lost Evolution if you just fucking playtested the game. You had to have known how bad it was. And like the same thing here. I'm like, did they test the battles in this game? Why are they so long? It's just annoying. I think I think we trying to go for some sort of Final Fantasy Tactics game. I definitely don't think that's what they're going for. Thanks back at it again. Certainly playing a Digimon game. Yep, you know me. Digimon extraordinaire. Speaking of Digimon, are you guys enjoying the Digimon Adventure videos? I put that game off for a very long time because when I played it 5 years ago, I was like, I don't know that I enjoy this that much. It feels, again, for the similar reasons, I'm like, this just feels like it's really taking a long time. I don't know if I'm like enjoying it that much. It's different now though, because now on replay, I'm like, well, I feel like I know how to play these games a bit better. And I also think, like, even if it does take a while, it's still fun to kind of go through the story of Season 1. I know it's going to be funny with Digimon Adventure is that I know that some parts are going to have lower views than others, just based on, like, the thumbnail, if they can tell what episode it's from. Like, I don't think that people are going to be super stoked to watch Mimi's episode where Togemon evolves for the first time, or, like, when Joe Gomon turns to Kakumon for the first time. I don't know that those are going to get as high views, but like when people see like Devamon or like Myotismon or Wizardmon's death scene or some shit like that, I wonder if those views are going to go up, where people just kind of like pop in on like their favorite episodes. So I'm curious. It's always weird when PokeTuber plays Digimon games. Yeah. I'm also, but some members would know this a little bit. I'm trying to mess around with some of the other like non-Digimon Pokemon like monster raising games just to see what they're all about. And it's been good so far. Tried Ooblets. I tried Anode Heart, which is coming out tomorrow. I have to try Koromon with a C, and I have to try Cassette Beast. People have been asking me to play Cassette Beast for a really long time, but I still haven't done it. I did Monster Sanctuary. I did a stream in that. I think people wanted me to play more of that, but I just didn't really like the 2D aspect of it. And kind of similar to this game, I think a lot of people, a lot of the battles felt like they took really, really long, which kind of put me off. But I want to go back to Monster Sanctuary at some point. I definitely recognize that it was good. I just don't know if it was like what I want to do. You can still find it, JFox. That stream's still there. Just search Monster Sanctuary on the channel. You can find it. Ooblets is cool, if a bit strange. You need to check out Anode Heart. Anode Heart is interesting because it was made by someone who made a Pokemon fan game, but more importantly, it was based on Digimon World 1 and 3, and you can definitely feel it when you're when you see it, or when you're playing it. Regardless, like after playing it for a while, like playing it for maybe like an hour or two, I was like, I get it. This is absolutely based on Digimon World 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, and 2 to an extent. So I know you're doing Metal Gear Solid playthrough. I didn't even get noted from YouTube for it. Yeah, it's that's kind of a secret, but yes. Carlos, Spencer, and I are going through Metal Gear Solid 1. I've played Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, 4, 5, and Survive. And I'm playing Metal Gear 1 and 2 on PS4 right now. I'm not going to record that. That's not good content. But yeah, I never played Metal Gear Solid 1. I just watched a video for it when I was going through Metal Gear Solid. So I'm playing it for the first time. We've done 2 videos, roughly like an hour and a half. Hey, this is really fucking cool, by the way. I'm having a great time. I just ran out of... just fucking ran out of MP, and my other 2 Digimon are like permanently paralyzed. It's sick. Oh my god, dude. This game just like doesn't want me to play it. 611 tabs over 7 windows isn't awful, right? That's diseased. Listen, I'm not going to attack people who have multiple tabs. I think the most tabs I'll have open at a time is like 20 across like 3 windows. It used to be a lot lower, but I have more varied interests now. But I think if you have more than 100 tabs open, and if you have more than 3 windows, I think you need to maybe re-examine your life a little bit. Although I'll say this. If you want to be a digital hoarder, I guess that's a lot better than a physical hoarder, so could be worse. But just know that you could be better. You could be doing better. That's one of my favorite activities at the office, is when someone screen shares and we see that someone has like a lot of tabs. We're like, whoa! And they're like, I know, don't. It's like 20 tabs is not too much. 20 tabs isn't too much when you have both work, YouTube, and personal interests. Do you know how many different games I have to play and how many weird, obscure sites where I'll never fucking find them again, and I have to keep the tab open, or it's going to be a pain in the ass to find again? Yeah, exactly that. It's easy to keep the tabs and find it again. That's basically the only reason I use it. Is if I find a website where I'm like, if I close this website, I will never find it again. I'm just not really a bookmark person. I'm just a memory person. I only bookmark like genuinely important things, like how do I pay my bills? What did I think of Metal Gear Survive? It was better than I thought it was going to be, but it's not even close to being a Metal Gear game. It's just whatever. I never finished it, and I don't think I intend to finish it, but I definitely understand they were going for something, and it was all reused assets, but I'm like, it's just weird, and doesn't make any sense. You need to tab until your entire computer crashes and you lose all of it. I know the pain. My tabs automatically save when I close my computer, so that doesn't happen to me. I have all of my tabs to come back up on startup. I do lose them very occasionally, like if I have like a bad reset, but not too bad. So I gotta get Digimon Dragon XP. I don't know where to go for Dragon XP. I think everyone else is good, though. You should space out your party members more, leave a space between each one. Should I, though? Because don't they give bonuses when they're next to each other? Or is that only in DS? I thought they gave, or maybe I don't have them yet. Don't they have, like, supports? Where they'll, like, boost... Yeah. So increases ally spirit in the zones next to you in battle. So they basically power each other up when they're next to each other. I prefer that to having them, like, spaced out. Some of these are, I know what I'm doing occasionally. Some of these are for my studies, other for writing projects I need to get back into, but we'll forget I have out-of-closed music streams, random websites. With your opinion on Metal Gear Survive, I love MGS5, so that probably drove me to give Survive more of a chance. That's exactly it. MGS5 is the best gameplay in that entire series. The story is just like almost non-existent. But the gameplay is really, really good. Huh? Are you the client? What is this music? Are we at a circus? Then let's get down to business. Here's the D word you asked for. Chat, I'll give you guys maybe like a minute. What do you guys think the D word is? Yeah, you would think it'd be better to space them out, but they're a little bit more powerful if you keep them together. It's worth the enemy being able to hit you multiple times. Why was the D word in his mouth? He's giving you the dick. I think it's digital. Program that destroys server archives in it. It's created from the virus you gave me, but that won't let you destroy the archive completely. Now, give me the goods you promised. What would a Digimon create a virus for? Like, what would they want? What? You don't have it? What's going on? What? Are you mocking me? You'll pay. Warrior Siegemon is Wendigomon nearby? I think Wendigomon is in this game. Also, I appreciate them giving Warrior Siegemon a giant-ass head, which is what he's supposed to have. I always hate when they give Siegemon variants like a small head. Alright, you look like you're 3 spaces wide. You are, okay. Level 41, by the way. Heavens and knuckle! Sick, we're all poisoned. I also don't like the strange, like, I guess you'd call it, like, elemental resistances in this game. I think it adds too much to a game that's already kind of complicated. Especially since the resists, like, don't make that much of a difference. It just seems like it's just fluff. They were like, make sure a lot of words come up on the screen. That's what people want in their games. Still hate that Gatomon is a champion. Yeah, Gatomon and all the associated cats that are champions are weird. Like Gatomon, Makomon, even Mekumon, even though I don't like Mekumon. Cool, I forgot about poison. Sick. I was just going to heal too. Fuck it, we ball. We're almost there. Who cares if they don't get XP? Hey, besting the wicked lightning of the sea. Why is that a missable achievement? How the fuck can you miss that? Okay, I kind of regret not letting Gatomon get that XP now. But it is Aquan. I don't think she needs Aquan. And Vemon's max level. Great. I gotta go fight Dragon Digimon for no reason with him. You're a lot stronger than you look. Are you a tamer from the Union? Are you serious? Tell me first. That's not fair. If you're a cop, you have to tell me. Hey, I need to ask you a favor. Don't tell the Union I was trying to destroy the server archives, please. Well then, how about this? I'll give you my masterpiece. This D word. Use this, you should be able to restore the broken access zone. Do we have a deal? I'll send it to your device. Or Digivice. Wish this game wasn't so slow. The art and evolution system worked for me. Yeah, but it is slow. I messed up. I'm going home to sleep. What a hero. Why was that a missable achievement? That is the whole reason I was supposed to come here, right? Am I going to find out? It's like, no, you need to get like a random item off the ground. Hey, VGI, what's up? How you doing? When do you unlock the F word? Oh, boy. For me, about age 13. And then again at age 15 after I was told not to use it anymore. I forget. You heal when you go back to the G farm, right? Yes. Okay. Just chilling, busy, but doing well enough. Nice. What about the C word? I watched a lot of British TV. So the C word became pretty commonplace to me, and then I stopped watching as much British TV, and now I don't really say cunt anymore. Like, you know, occasionally still. Occasionally I'll drop one, but not very often anymore. Alright, so XVmon. Yeah, I'm just going to go for Dragon XP. What version of this game are you playing? What? What do you mean? Maybe you can lose the battle and he still gives you the D word because he finds out you're not who you wanted? Oh, maybe. Sprinkle in the C-bomb for flavor. Got it. Yeah, I don't know what would cause me to say that word anymore. I don't have anything against it, but I just don't see what situation I would use it. Always been a fan of level grinding games, spending countless hours in builds, even like a maxed out Omni one and Dawn. Actually, 2 maxed out Omni ones. Yeah, I mean, I like those games enough in my own time, right? Like, I don't mind playing a grindy game. It's just for me. I feel a different way during a live stream because I try to do all the grinding and stuff off screen, but when it's the whole game, I can't really do it off screen. It just feels weird. You lose any battle apart from scripted, you go back to the main menu, don't you? I mean, it looked like a DS game, but I don't recall achievements. Oh, so yeah, this is when you play through RetroArch. Oh. Why do you want to search? That was weird. Oh, okay, I see. When you play through RetroArch, you can link up with retro achievements, and you'll get different achievements in the game, which is pretty cool. So, like, you know, we get all these locked ones. Besting the Wicked Lightning of the Sea. If there's an M, it means it's missable. Oh, okay. It's for beating without using any items in battle. Interesting. So, you know, these are like fan-made lists. I don't really know how they decide which one gets used, but, you know, there's lots. And you can get a bunch of them and stuff like that. I think the only one of these I've completed was for Yu-Gi-Oh! Eternal Duelist Soul, which was just beat everyone like 20 times. After playing it again, I retract my suggestion for you to play Dragon Ball Fusions. It's way too grindy. Oh, good. Or D, or Digimon, this is a problem. Yeah, it's a good thing I decided not to revive her. Chief Glare, we figured it out. D, where the Nick acquired is actually a boot program that reinforces some serious virus. Highly contagious worm virus. But based on our analysis, we were able to determine a way to restore City. Nick can attest that we succeeded in restoring Axis Zone and Shine W area. It's good news, then we can restore the other areas. No, the virus seems to have built a resistance to the vaccine we created. It had no effect on Shine S area or Shine N area. I see, then it's no use. Continue your investigation to see if there are any other options. Understood. So is DBZ Fusions just all about, is it all about, like, fusing different characters together? Because that seems kind of funny. I might try it. As fair, I think I remember didn't getting Gallantmon in this require like a certain amount of time played? No idea. I think Gallantmon is like 50 hours or something. That sounds right. Thank you. Definitely don't care for grinding games nowadays. Just feels like a waste of time. I go back and forth. Grinding games can be good to like put on a podcast or like some videos on in the background. But I have to switch on and off them. Sometimes I have to switch back to, like, don't get me wrong. Just like a solid like 8-hour game. Oh, it hits so different now that I'm an adult. Like, I'm like, yeah, I actually beat a game. It was great. It didn't take me weeks. He was in one of the Tenkaichi games too. Just expect better quality of life features in grinding games nowadays. Exactly. Because I may have been mistaken, but I remember it taking 60 hours of playtime just to get Gallantmon. Actually, I put the time in. Yeah, I think it's 50 hours. I think it's all thanks to you. You did very well. The biggest issue I have is that every character is only specific people I confused, except the MC confused them. Oh, that's weird. So the reward to Shine Center, so collect it at the quest counter on the way back. You can't just give it to me? I also want to point out that we're all well aware how many times they say Light Fang, or what is it, Light Fang and Night Crow in part 1. I don't think they've said it at all. It's all front loaded. You things has always been the most powerful and handsome fusion of my heart. Yeah. I got money. Dizzying Waters. That actually wasn't too bad. Let's see. Oh yeah, what well, I remember leaving it at the hotel when I had to go out of town for work on cartridge ups. The time can count multiple days in a row. That's funny. What but going back to NEX question, what's everyone playing? I'm still playing Midnight Suns. I've got one trophy left, and then I'll platinum it for the second time, and have my 250th platinum. I'm pretty close to it. I'm like 75 points away from getting my dark requirement done. Don't you drink a game in part 1? No, you should. Drink every time I say who in part 1. And then if you live, your bloodline will be stronger. Mean to buy the Mario RPG remake? I want to try the original first, because I kind of feel like once I play the remake, I'll never be able to go back to the original. And I don't really think I'm going to play the original until I finish Paper Mario, the randomizer I'm doing. So I had originally intended to like maybe play Super Mario RPG at launch, but I think I'm going to wait. It's not going anywhere, and I think people who are fans of Super Mario RPG are going to enjoy it regardless. It's not going to be just when it comes out, so we'll see. Shin Megami 4 for DS, I'm amazed how much I'm enjoying it. I really couldn't get into that. People really talk about how good that game is, and I tried it a couple times, just could not get into it. I think so. I kept trying to leave, and then I realized this is the place to leave. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get into it. I've been fucking with the Node Heart. Big Digimon World vibes. Hey, I have a video on a Node Heart coming out tomorrow. So people who don't know what it is, you can check it out before you buy it. I think it's really good. At least what I've played so far. Play some Castle Crashers, Lethal Company, SMRPG, Midnight Suns. Ooh, I bought Midnight Company. I really want to play with Spencer. After watching a stream of that, I was like, I have to get this game. It's $10, but it's so good. Where do I get a good amount of Dragon XP? Limit Valley, maybe? Battle Network and Star Force series were huge for me growing up. Battle Network's pretty good. It's on sale right now, but I think it's only on sale for like 40 instead of 60 or 50, whatever it sells at. So I haven't pulled the trigger. Play the OG one first, then the remake? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not going to appreciate the remake as much unless I play the original first. The beginning deters people, especially in SMNT4. As a big SMT fan, I power through and love it now. I also suggest Anode Hearts to creature collecting fans, especially if you like Digimon World. Yeah. But yeah, it just turned me out. I was trying to play it overnight when I worked at the convenience store doing, when I worked like 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. And I just couldn't do it. I found the beginning so boring, and I just couldn't get through it. I played Shin Megami Tensei 5 for like an hour, and I was like, a lot of people say this game is really good too, but I'm like, I don't really see it. And then I haven't tried 3, but I know that's gone on sale a lot. I don't know. I think the Persona series can get a little annoying because it's pretty watered down at times, and it's like oppressively easy at times. But I also think SMNT just isn't good enough either on its own, so I don't know. I feel weird. I feel like I do really like Persona, even if it like feels like a little bit too much angst at times, but SMT just feels like, I don't know, like it doesn't want you to play it. It has like no story from what I was playing, or it's like oppressively story, or they're like really hard, which I'm like, that's fine. I don't have a problem with hard games, but hard also means it takes longer, which like my time is more valuable than it was when I was a kid. 154. Okay. The first dungeon in SMNT4 is really rough. Once you get into Tokyo, though, it gets really good. You can get into Tokyo in that game, wasn't it? Doesn't it all take place in the past? Oh, it's SMTV, so you read it as Shin Megami Television. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't really get into the series. I have nothing against people who do. I just that's just one where I'm just like, I don't. Yeah. I think I started enjoying video games a lot more as an adult when I finally just kind of told myself I don't have to like every game. There are some games where it's just like, you know, it just might not be for me. Just like there are some games that might not be for other people. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed this comment. It is weird that the Star Force games weren't in the Battle Network collection. Isn't there only like one Star Force game, or there's like, is it one or two? There are 3 Star Force games? When you say 3, do you mean like there's like Star Force Red, Star Force Blue, but they're the same generation, quote unquote? Or do you mean like it's like, you know, Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire? Which kind of 3 do you mean? Like, technically Dawn and Dusk would be 2 games, but I would also argue it's just 1 game. 3 sets. Oh, okay. 5 Star Force, but 3 generations? Gotcha. I wonder if they'll do a collection by itself then. Because if there's 5 games, I can kind of see why they wouldn't include it in the Battle Network collection, and they might just make it its own collection if Battle Network sells well. Which I have no idea how Battle Network sold. I don't know if that met Capcom's expectations or anything like that, and I have no data on that. I do think the Battle Network games would be fun to platinum, though. But I want to go through the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters first. So once I beat Midnight Sun, I think there was a game I wanted to play before I played anything else. I don't remember what it is now. Oh, I want to go back. I want to platinum Final Fantasy VII Remake. Then I want to play Intermission. And then I want to play Crisis Core before the new one comes out in February or February, January, where the fuck it is. So I want to do that, and then I want to play other games after that, but I really want to make sure I get through the Final Fantasy VII stuff, so I'm like in the best possible position for Rebirth. Can't learn any new skills. Well, these are both kind of interesting. I think Sean was 100%ing all of them. I do kind of want to fight the extra bosses. It just seemed like too much work for a little game. That's how I felt about the Persona 3 extra bosses. Do you run a main team in Midnight Suns, or do you mix it up regularly? Oh, finally, someone asked me Midnight Suns questions. Here we go. This is what I'm fucking waiting for. So I would always mix it up when I played my first playthrough because I wanted to max friendship with everyone. And I did. So now that I'm at max friendship and I'm purely just going for dark points, usually I bring the Hunter, Venom, because Venom has like a really good playstyle, in my opinion. And then I kind of mix it up between Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, and Hulk, because they do a lot of damage. But I like using magic. I like all the characters in that game. The only ones I think are kind of disappointing in Midnight Suns are Wolverine and Captain America. Captain America plays defensively, which is fine, but it's not really my playstyle in that game. I prefer to go like more offense. And then Wolverine just kind of doesn't really do anything that well. He's based on doing multi-hit attacks, but like his damage isn't really good enough in my opinion. So he's the only character in that game I think is kind of disappointing to play. Sorry, I never got into Midnight Suns. Sorry for going too much into Battle Network. No, that's fine. Everyone should try Midnight Suns and get into it because it's fantastic. It is my game of the year of 2022 and is one of the most fun games I've had this year playing the PS4 version. I like Cap as a character, but not an MS. I don't run Wolvie or Blade, really. I kind of got forced to use Blade because he's in all the DLC. He's like required in all 4 of the DLC characters at one point. And he grew on me. I think I started using him a little bit better. And Cap's character in Midnight Suns is really good. I really like the way Cap is, like as a story-wise, where he's just kind of like this old wise dude, and he's kind of like seeing the best of both sides, because like the Midnight Suns and some of the Avengers are kind of feuding a little bit, but Cap's like, no, we're both wrong, so do better. I would say it's not really like Ultimate Alliance at all. Maybe story-wise a little bit, it's like Ultimate Alliance, but not quite. But gameplay-wise, I'd say it's more similar to like XCOM or Slay the Spire if they had like a beautiful baby. Cool. But yeah, I think the planned DLC for Midnight Sun is done. I don't know if they'll do like an expansion. They did an expansion for XCOM 1 because it went from what was it? Enemy Unknown. They released the Enemy Within version, which was like the same campaign but with added stuff to it. And then XCOM 2 did War of the Chosen, which added a bunch of more stuff to the game on top of like other DLC packs, like the Alien Hunter packs. So I could see them doing DLC, and they seem to have acknowledged like the game reviewed really well. It just launched. I think they blamed the launch window, where they said that launching in December might have been a big mistake. So I don't think they'll shelve the IP. It really depends on if Marvel felt like it was good enough, I guess, if they want to like revoke the rights. But we'll see. I believe that they'll do better. Yeah, I liked Ultimate Alliance 2 a lot. I didn't really like 3 as much. I liked what 3 kind of went for. I like the idea of doing the Thanos story, but with like way more Marvel characters, but I also kind of felt like I just didn't like it as much. I liked they had a lot of spider characters though. They had they had Miles, they had Peter, they had Gwen. I think they had Venom as well, all available in like Chapter 2. I've done so much XCOM 2 modding, I still love it, but I've burnt myself out on it too quickly. I'm going to go back into modding. It takes so much space. Yeah, I modded XCOM 2 for a while and kind of realized I don't really... I started playing it and I was like, I don't know, that might be too much. But I love XCOM 2 a lot. That game rocks. Trying to catch up with chat, but getting a little lost. But yeah, what else has everyone been playing? Sequels removing RPG elements, name a more iconic duo. Kingdom Hearts did that a little bit. In Kingdom Hearts, the magic was like a lot more, or Kingdom Hearts 1, the magic is a lot more fun and like varied. Where like attacks do different things and like do weird stuff. And then they kind of just made it just like all attack based. I'm like, it's fine. I know why they did it, right? Like to make it more accessible, but I kind of miss it. Might be starting up a duo D&D with a friend. I don't know that I would do just 2-person D&D. I feel like I need a group. Oh, Final Fantasy 14 fucking rules too. I gotta get back into it. I gotta catch up with the Endwalker story. I played Endwalker at launch. And really liked it, but I haven't gone back to play any of the. I played like a couple quests, but I haven't gone back to play the added stuff. I usually play Final Fantasy 14 maybe like once every like 2 years or so. It's really good. It might be one of my favorite. I think it is one of my favorite Final Fantasies, just in general. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing this right? I feel like I'm missing very basic things. So I should just add this stuff. Your videos got me to try Duelist the Roses Redux. A lot of fun, but the modders made it way too difficult to get new cards. True! Tell that to the people who, in my comments every Duelist the Roses video. I did not quite realize how dedicated of a fandom Duelist the Roses had. I was just like, hey, I'm playing through all the Yu-Gi-Oh games in order, so next up is Duelist the Roses. I might as well play the Redux version instead of the vanilla version. And boy, I did not understand how many people like that game. It's a lot. And a lot of like backseat gaming, and I'm like, guys, this entire series is recorded. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. Thanks for the tips, I guess, but I beat it, so clearly I did fine. I'm now tempted to buy Midnight Suns while it's on sale with how you're hyping it up. Oh, Midnight Suns fucking rules. I really do recommend it to everyone. I think it's a fun strategy game that isn't quite as difficult as the XCOM series, but it's still challenging. You can also customize the difficulty pretty well, and I think the story and like the setting is really good. I like the mixing of like magic and tech in different parts. The other thing I really like about Midnight Suns that I don't think I've really talked about too much in any of my videos is Midnight Suns has some really good base building, where like all the research projects you do where you like add stuff to the Abbey to like make the gameplay better is really good. It reminds me of like Digimon World 1 where you like recruit someone and you get like a quality of life upgrade to the town. So I really recommend it. Is this right? Did I already have this? Did I buy terrain boards already and just not realize it? Or did I buy the wrong terrain board? Oh, I did. Sick. I don't know how to play this game. I don't know how to play this game. Also played every modded version of Forbidden Memories. Yeah, the Digimon 1 is good. I'm still keeping track to see when part 2 is going to be done. Didn't the new Naruto game just drop? How's it holding up if that's what you're talking about? Isn't it just like a... Didn't they just squash the 4 Ultimate Ninja Storm games together? And just release it as one new game? Finally unlocked the final character, Midnight Sun, so I'm guessing the end of my first run is right around the corner. Yes, it is. It's exactly the next mission. You unlock the final character in Midnight Suns before the last mission. Didn't I accept a quest? I feel like that was 20 minutes ago. Gizamon and Shine Office, okay. Is it this one? I really like making and eating cakes. I've always wanted to eat the legendary Digi-Deli cake. I heard that Sunflowermon and Shine W area will make one for you. You can go get a Digi-Deli cake for me? Sure. It's basically a big Boruto DLC for Storm? Ew, gross. No thank you. Waiting on the Suikoden remake games to come out. I think people have recommended I play Suikoden as well. Is this west? Is this right? Center Bridge, no. Yeah, they went really all out on the side quests here. They're like, get me a cake so I can eat cake. It's like, okay. Will there be anything else? No. This is north. I've actually finally figured out a mod for Forbidden Memories because I've had issues trying to get it work on PC, so I use my phone for grinding at different mods. Ooh, fun. One thing I hate about these side quests is I'm pretty sure the same in TTYD is limiting you to one quest at a time. Yes. If you're gonna put side quests in your games, you better fucking let me play or let me take more than one at a time, or I'm gonna be upset. Do I have to go back to my Digifarm to get here? I don't know like how to get over there. Oh, I guess it's just down here, right? No, that's Sunken Tunnel. Wait, did I take 2 quests at the same time? Did I take... Can you take multiple quests in this? Now I'm confused. Because he definitely told me to go to Shine West. Now I'm confused in what I'm doing. Does it log it here? No, you can definitely only take 1, right? Why was it telling me to go to the tunnel then? What? The game has bad quality of life, it's gonna shy away. Correct, the correct response. I don't know if there's an easier way to get there. This seems like the easiest way. Yeah, it's not really a side quest if it's mandatory, which it is. Welcome, would you like some farm goods? Oh, good. Did I just buy stuff when I didn't need to because they have a better shop? Sounds like me. This kind of gives me the desert in Digimon World 3 vibes a little bit. If you add a prissy Octomon to your farm, something good will happen. If you add a wild Peckmon to your farm, something good will happen. Cool, thanks guys. Played these games when I was like 19, so I had lots of bus time to play them. But it's only because I loved and still love Digimon. I mean, I love Digimon arguably more than most of you here. Some of you will debate that with me, and you won't have it because this is my stream. But when I love things, I try to play the good parts about it and try to avoid the bad parts about it so I can maintain that love. I feel like every time I play a really grindy and long Digimon game that I don't really enjoy, it like saps away my love of Digimon a little bit, and I have to like repair it. Hookmon and Sunken Tunnel has SP Digimon milk, or Digimilk, great. Why does Hookmon have milk? What? May have loved it longer than me? Excuse you? I am 30, almost 31 years old, Jake. I've loved Digimon since the beginning. I was watching it on Fox Kids when a new episode would come out. I taped Digimon on a fucking VCR. Don't you dare tell me it's been longer. How dare you? The very idea. It's impossible for you to have loved it longer. It's been at least as long. You can't be longer. I've been here since the beginning. You can't have loved Digimon longer than me. You can love it equally as long, and that's about it. Yeah, walk 50 miles in my shoes uphill both ways. I was there. I was there when we had to wait to see what happened to the kids when Matt just fucking murdered Puppetmon. And I've been here every goddamn day since. Maybe not every day. To be fair, I think if you're a Digimon fan, you have to be an OG Digimon fan because Digimon hasn't really done anything. They haven't really been doing anything for a while. Like, do you think someone got into Digimon because of, like, Ghost Game? I kind of don't think so. I don't know that there are any single fans of Digimon that were like, yeah, I'd never heard of it, but then I saw this anime called Digimon Ghost Game, and I tried it out, and this is a pretty cool series. I don't think that happens. I think you got here either with Season 1 or 3. And that's really it. That's true. I did see I should do it in like the Tracy Jordan monologue in that episode of 30 Rock. I saw a dinosaur fight a parrot out in the middle of the street. He was very big. Yeah, that's how you do it now. You introduce the kids to adventure. I think the Digimon company probably wishes that more people joined Digimon, like on the new series, like Adventure 2020 or Ghost Game, but I don't know that it's really happening. Hoping for the Super Mario RPG did sell good for a new RPG game be made, maybe Metroid or Zelda in the style RPG game or Paper Mario style. That I don't see ever happening. I can see them making another Mario RPG because Super Mario RPG Remake sells well and because the Paper Mario Remake sells well. I could see that happening. But we won't really know for quite some time. Hey, Remy, what's up? Omnimon is cool, but they need more Omnimons, and I'll never back down on that. I know some people are like kind of sick of all the Omnimon forms they keep adding, but personally, I think I could have like 15 more and I'd still enjoy it. I know. Also, I only recently learned about this. I guess some people are upset that when a Digimon gets a Mega and it becomes like more human-like. And I'm like, that's literally a theme of Digimon. Is that the more time they spend around humans, the more human they become. That's literally like a core theme of Digimon. So it feels so weird for me to people like to reject that. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I like a good like mega level monster as much as the next guy, but like, it's the thesis of Digimon. Like, it's the whole point of it, is that they become like us. So it's just very strange that that's like a sticking point for people. Not much of playing Digimon Masters? Why? Are you kidnapped? Is someone forcing you? I thought about trying to do a stream or a video in Digimon Masters again, but I'm just like, I just don't have it in me. I just like, the last time I played that game, it was such freemium garbage. Not even free to play, freemium. Which is like, more aggressive than free-to-play. I couldn't do it. I guess I saw the Mario and Luigi games, the continuation of Mario RPG. They were kind of, but then this is the weird thing, is that they made what, like 5 Mario and RPG games? There was Superstar Saga, Partners in Time, Bowser's Inside Story, Dream Team, and then Paper Jam. I think there were 5 of them. And they're all long games, and I don't know that many people bought them. Technically 7, because they did a remake of Superstar Saga and a remake of Bowser's Inside Story. And I don't think they sold well. So the studio like shut down. But like I think Nintendo took that to mean, okay, people don't want Mario RPGs. I'm like, well, no. They just maybe don't want it in that style. Maybe not all that style. Like throw some like Paper Marios in there. Throw some other games in there. Well, with Human Digimon until they turned to fan service. The first 3 were S+, honestly. Oh, the Mario and Luigi games? Chaosmon's my favorite Omnimon. Chaosmon is pretty good. I like Chaosmon a lot. Chaosmon is good. I like Omnimon. I like Alter B and all the other forms. What I really want is I want to see Omnimon forms with other Digimon. I want to see Hercules Kabuterimon and Rosemon. I want to see the Angemons together. I want more Digimon with what do you call it? With other Digimon's heads as their hands. I don't really like Paladin mode that much. I think I like the black of normal Imperial Digimon better. I think Paladin mode gets obvious, and it makes sense why, but I think it gets too close to just looking like a ripoff of Omnimon. First couple of games are good, then they go to shit. Yeah, I tried Paper Jam for a little bit, and I couldn't get into it. I liked what they were trying to do with it, and I didn't really get into Bowser's Inside Story either. I have beaten Superstar Saga, I think, and I never really got that far in Partners in Time. But I played a little bit. Never stop hearing that Inside Story was peak. Yeah, everyone keeps saying Inside Story is the best one. I did play the remake of Superstar Saga a little bit, and they had like a mode where you played as a Goomba, and you had to like recruit other people from Bowser's army to like go save Bowser, which I thought was a fun little mini game. I played a little bit. I didn't play too much of it though. Why am I more lost in this area than I was in the fucking other swamp? By the way, a sewer and a swamp level, peak game design. Glad we have both. By the way, if Remon is still capped, you're better off degenerating it. Is it still capped? I thought I digivolved it. Yeah, he's digivolved. I don't like Masters so far, just bot players are the worst. Fair. Maybe it's changed. No, I get it. I kept like seeing in the battle screen, it kept looking like he was capped, but I'm like, he shouldn't be. So I didn't bother checking. V, worst letter of the alphabet, throw it out. Vmon's great. I love Vmon's design. I like Agumon more, but I like Vmon a lot. I think I like Vmon more than I like Guilmon. Where the fuck? I'm back in the beginning. This is the Digimon World Dawn, I know. I just like hating on the letter V. I'm going to ask you guys all a very important question here. This is a very important English question, so feel free to sit it out if English isn't your first language, or if you're just bad at speaking. Why is the letter called W when it is clearly 2 V's? Riddle me that. Why is it called W when it's 2 V's next to each other? Shouldn't it be double V? I want to get to the real I want to get to the real true issues in the stream. Because fuck English? Yeah, I could see it. German? Because it used to be more rounded? Maybe. But then what would set a V apart from a U? What sets V apart from you besides my incredible compassion and just general state of me. Have you heard a German person pronounce a W? Probably not. Not knowingly. Probably not like paying attention to it. We have the word bestiary, a dictionary for beast. Yeah, that's true. Perhaps of French origin. Well, which language came first, English or German? I genuinely don't know that. I would assume English, but I also speak English, so I think I'm biased. English, is that food? Can you eat it? Yeah, there we go. I was reading a thread on something about the English language recently, and I guess they're... You guys know that P... You might have seen it. It's like... It almost looks like a runic symbol sometimes, but there's like a P with like a line on the top of it as well. That I guess was supposed to... Used to represent the th sound, the TH sound. But we just kind of got rid of it. That reminds me, what's one of my favorite things in Spanish is that Spanish has a letter for CH, which is rad. I think they have another one too. Don't they have another word for another sound that we don't in English? I forget. Okay. The Thorpe? Is it called the Thorpe? I think that's right. It sounds like it was. Tomi Tellereko was the first American. I don't get that joke. You're correct. And all Kana and Japanese are just sounds that don't have letters in our sense. Interesting. Language is weird. It's a good time to remind people I was an English major. I have an okay grasp of my own language. And I have a passing grasp of Spanish. And like, I've took a couple years of French, but I don't think I really have a French grasp anymore. So sorry for your loss. Why? I loved being an English major. People say that all the time, where it's like, well, you'll never find a job. It's like, well, you'll never find a job no matter what fucking degree you get, so it doesn't matter. At least be something that you enjoy. Remember when we all went to college, when we were out, in the olden times, and we were like, I can't wait to get a job, and then it's like, it doesn't matter what degree you have now. Nobody gets a job. So, you know. It could be worse. But yeah, I really enjoyed English. I was a writing major, and it was really... One thing about college that I think people don't really advertise is that if you're genuinely interested in learning, if you're like, I really want to know more about this and I want to know more about it, like I want to talk about this with like my peers and stuff, college is fantastic. Being able to have like a specialization, so to speak, I can't believe I just didn't notice that I didn't press that correctly the first time. I'm so upset. But being able to like talk among your peers about something like you're passionate about is such a fun and cathartic experience. Like being able to like talk writing with other people who want to be writers was just, oh my god, dude, it was so good. I would not trade my college experience for anything. I really, really enjoyed my time in college. I know how lame this sounds, but I genuinely enjoyed higher learning. I enjoyed learning about these more complex subjects with people who like wanted to be there. Gen Ed wasn't quite the same. In the Gen Ed classes, like the required classes, clearly there was a bunch of people who were like, I don't want to be here. And so it's not as fun there. But in like the classes for your major, like people had to pick this. I felt like it was a lot more fun. I love English, but I like puzzles, and this language is a puzzle. Yeah, English is just a bunch of other languages in a trench coat. Reading mental work towards figuring something out. Hated English homework, but love to read. How the hell does that work? That's why I ended up going with English. I was like, well, which subjects do I like the most in school? And I was like, I guess English, so I'll go with that one. And it was not a bad decision. Just finishing my social work degree, and I love the classes, especially the later levels or later levels where people have been weeded out. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Then I have a vivid imagination to put me into the world of a book with the first sentence. Well, there you go. Sounds like maybe you shouldn't be a writing major, but a literature major. Biology major, there's nothing more fun than nerding out to the max. Still with friends of mine, picks a different part of my brain. Yeah, exactly, see? I think that's the true reason that you should go to college, is to find like-minded people. I to be fair, because of the stigma of like English majors, I didn't go in thinking like, oh boy, I can't wait to get a job. It's like, what are your jobs as with a writing degree? Well, I can either be a teacher and teach other people writing degrees, which feels like an Ouroboros situation, or I can maybe, I don't know, do some writing. I thought originally I might do more writing, but I don't think it was ever truly in the cards for me. Not to my own horn. I do think I'm a good writer. I'm not as passionate about writing as I hoped I would be at this point in my life. I don't really, it's not there. I think I've met a lot of people who really did. Like, I think that's part of what college did for me too. Whereas, like, when I was in college, I noticed a lot of people had a much stronger resolve than I did, which is fine. I didn't like take it on them to be like, wow, fucking nerds. I did at the time, I think. But like, you know, as an adult, I'm like, it just means you know, they had something I didn't, and I wish them all the best. Nick, contact Bandai Namco and start writing canon Digimon books for us. I would love to work for Bandai Namco, but I don't know that even if I got a position with Bandai Namco, like in the English division, like in the American version, I don't think I would really get to do the like fun writing stuff. I think it would probably just be publishing. English majors can actually be very useful grant writing, etc. Like, I know one that's pretty paid well to top your grant writing application stuff. Yeah, the other one was copywriting. Was like, you know, writing for like advertising agencies is another common English one. I took a bunch of those classes too. I just like, I couldn't do it. Like, I could do it, like I passed the classes, but I was like, this is not how I want to write. It wasn't when I first started writing back and forth with a friend, but I had a lot of practice sessions and I'm not the best. And yes, writing a D punctuation a lot better than I was. Yeah. I don't know. It's just not, there's not like a spark for me, if that makes sense. I think there was a time where maybe I wanted to write more, but that's not really in me anymore. I think I was always more like, I want to get into the entertainment aspect of it, but like writing like a book or something, that's too much. that's too much dedication for something that could fail. I'd much rather just like make YouTube videos where even if they fail, good news, another one's coming out tomorrow. But is there a guilty spark? 343. What? Yeah, or be a YouTuber. That's really what the writing degree came in handy for, is being a YouTuber. I mean, kinda. I feel like I use my English degree a lot in YouTubing. It's helped kind of explore and share my robust vocabulary. I think it's helped me with my comedic timing a good bit. I think I've gotten a better sense of when to talk, when not to talk, when to use a funny voice and whatnot. I know that sounds stupid, but a lot of that is practice, and a lot of it knowing basic story structure and stuff. It also means that, unfortunately, I can predict most of my video games before I get there. I always love a good game that does a twist that I don't see coming, because I play so many games where I see the twists coming because there's only so many like ways they could solve a problem. Wait, was that key like 5 feet away from the gate? Sure was. But like, we're on the inside. Is that weird? That's like saying, oh, you left your house keys by the front door? I'm like, yeah, on the inside. Maybe we're not trying to keep people in on this side. We're trying to keep people out from the other side. Please pick up that item you passed. Didn't I pick it up? I drive the way mental by guessing all the twists in game shows, movies. I'm the same. I always see it coming, and like I try not to tell people. I'm like, I'll bet this happens, because I feel like a bad person. I got really, there was a point, I would say for like a couple years, where I was like really bad to watch movies with. Because I would always do that. I can't get, oh yeah, I can. Speaking of Guilty Spark, I haven't played the Halo games. I just kind of, they're one of those things where it's like, they were so big, and I've been, you know, when you play video games a lot, even if there's a game that you don't play, if you've been in the space long enough and the game's been out long enough and remained popular long enough, you'll know some things. Like, I know the Guilty Spark thing. And I know some things about Halo, like against my will, almost. I've played exactly as much Halo as I've played Ocarina of Time or like the older Zelda games, and yet I know the same thing about both of them. I know the broad story beats just because they've been around for so long. Boy, I love the encounter rate. This is super fun, thank you. I love a fight every 5 minutes. Oh boy, that's the good stuff. Hey, Hookmon, why are you and your milk so heavily guarded in these sewers? Back, I miss being able to talk about this subject before I wanted to. Think be a writer, like creative writing. Used to love doing it. Now my head, I'm in my head with things, and yeah, overthinking and everything perfect becomes too much work that I just don't. I think that's my big problem too, though, is that with my own work, I am a little bit of a perfectionist. Where it's like, if I know a way to improve something, I'll do it. Like, you know, with an investment kind of trade-off. I think of it like in RPGs, where it's like, if I know there are side quests available, I will not advance the main story until I've done all the side quests. Unless like it can't be completed or something, and then I'm like, okay, I'll come back to that later. And I'm kind of like that in my own life, but with like an effort kind of value. Where I'm like, this would make something I'm going to do better, but the amount of effort it would cost is so daunting that I'm just not going to do it. So you expect a Halo Remaster playthrough coming up? My friend Ice wanted me to do that, I think. Ice, who is a very, very long time and avid YouTube member. Ice is a really great friend because he'll watch all the non-Digimon stuff. Like, he was the first person to comment on the Metal Gear Solid videos, and I'm like, hell yeah, Ice. Or he, like, watched the Ooblets video. He's not, like, burned down by, like, Digimon or Pokemon, which is rare. The other thing with writing is that, like, when the fuck would I have time to write? Any free time I have is spent either doing YouTube stuff or playing video games. I don't have time to write. What do you want? You want some milk? I'm saving it for a cake. I'm not giving my milk to you. You guys ever go ask a pirate in the sewer for some milk so that you can make a cake for a fucking frogfish thing? Just a normal Tuesday. What about when you travel? I have a Steam Deck when I travel. I have a Switch. And mobile games. Not sure why this caused a battle. Oh, because it's just the most procedural, like, you know, checking the boxes thing. It's like, this is clearly like a... We could have talked this out. It would not be difficult. But game's got a game. Can I have some milk? No, fuck off. I have to kill you now. It's like, okay, that seems like a little bit of an exaggeration, but okay. Chad, I have to ask you a question, and I don't really want the answer. I just want to ask the question. Did we just milk a pirate? We inflicted physical violence on him, and now we have milk. Great, thanks, man. Be right back. You commit murder for milk? Yeah. Where does Hookmon's milk come from? Yeah, that's a good point. Why can I only get milk from Hookmon? Surely there are other, like, more dairy-themed Digimon, right? Actually, now that I think about it, is there a cow Digimon? Like, just a normal white and black spotted cow Digimon? Because we have Minotaurmon, we have one of the Devas, the like bull Deva. But do we just have like a fucking cow? One of the random shitter armors is a cow? Is it? Because I feel like I've seen all the armored Digimon recently. I don't remember there being a cow. There's a sheep. Alright, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Also, yeah, I like how he's like, you can't have this milk, I'm gonna use it for a cake. It's like, but I need the milk for a cake. And he's like, nah, battle. There are like 10,000 armor, so it's a safe bet. Isn't there only 64? 8 Digi-Eggs for 8 Digimon? Is it 8 Digimon? Vmon, Hawkmon, Wormmon, Armadillomon, Gatomon, Patamon. It's 6, right? So 6 times 8? So it would be 48? Yeah, Vajiramon is the one I was thinking of. So there's Vajiramon and Minotaurmon, but there's not like just a normal ass cow. 10 Digi-Eggs? I'm not counting the... I guess I should count the armored one. Or the golden one. The golden one has some. So I think it would be 9. Because I don't think the one that Willis uses exists besides for Golden Rapidmon. Bullmon is an armor? Is it? Are we seriously talking about like a pirate monster? We weren't, but I see like we've been brought back. Do you want to talk about it, VGI? What are we up to? Do you have any thoughts on the situation? Kindness and Dark as well? Yeah, but they don't really... They're not as fleshed out as the other ones. Like Kindness... I think Kindness is included. I included Kindness in my original 8, because I think that's the one that Wormmon uses. I don't think the Egg of Hope has any, though. I think besides Golden Rapidmon, I think that's the only one it has. Oh my god, I have to give it back to Sunflowmon. Oh, this is so annoying. This is actively annoying. Don't say bull milk. I don't like that. Don't do that. You know what you've done. Original 8 Digidestin plus Kindness plus Miracles, then Destiny and Dark if you include them. So yeah, I don't include them, so we'll say 10. So then 10 times 8, so there's 80? That can't be right. Great. Hey, we didn't cook that, by the way. We just stirred it together. That's weird. I mean, realistically, if we're going to get real with ourselves, we're going to get real. There's only like 11 Armor Digimon. There's the 2 from that each gets in the series, and then Magnamon, and that's pretty much it. That's all that really counts. The rest are just fake. The rest are non-canon. Or or they're filler Digimon. I know they exist, but I don't acknowledge them. They've never really been anything except like, you know, random battles in like some of the ancillary Digimon games. Like Sethmon and Lynxmon. I mean, they're canon, right? Lynxmon is Gatomon with the Crest of Courage, or the Digi-Egg of Courage, and then Sethmon is Vmon with the Digi-Egg of Love, right? Tell me I didn't get that right. Why do I know this? Why is this in my brain? Why do I have that information? Why do I know that off the top of my head? That bothers me. I shouldn't know that. There have been some games, there was the audiobook. You know, I don't really take my canon from audiobooks. I'm kind of a stickler like that. I decide what is canon and what isn't. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. They were in the anime though. A lot of the Armor Digimon from season 2, or a lot of the ones they didn't use became villains in the beginning of season 3, and then they became side characters in season 4. Like Fan Bmon is an Armor one, and he's in season 4. Toucanemon is there. I think Allomon is a villain in that. I don't remember if Gorillamon is one of those. He might be. Did they use him in Adventure 2020? That sounds right. Anyways, I'm out for now. Peace, guys. See you, VGI. Be sure to stop by again. I'm just being difficult. They're all canon. Every Digimon is canon. It's just funny to just disavow. Is that it? Disown some of the Digimon. Just be like, you don't exist. Salamon Digivolve into Aloe Veramon? I think so. I think that's canon. All canons. Oh no, Meikumon isn't canon? Yeah. Meikumon might be the only exception. I just don't think it's even... Meikumon isn't even like a good enough design to warrant it being that annoying and that like central to that series. What's the new Digimon's name? I keep forgetting. Is it Ugamon or is it Upamon? I can't... Upamon's a different Digimon. What the fuck was the one from O2, the movie? I haven't remembered its name since I watched the movie. Ukomon, that's what it is. Or or Nightmaremon, if you want to call it that. That's a disgusting freak too. I still haven't watched the movie. I heard mixed things. I won't spoil it because we're still somewhat close to it, but I like the O2 movie better than I like Try, but I also don't think it's a good Digimon movie. I think it's fine as like a standalone movie, but it doesn't. There's nothing that you need to know from any other Digimon thing to get into that movie. Like, it doesn't really reference anything, and it also doesn't really build on anything except for like one thing that I'm like could easily be rewritten for another movie if they decide to. So it's like I don't really think it even counts. But I don't think it was a bad movie. Like, I'm glad I watched it, but I don't think I'll watch it again. Tri-Bridge is actually funny as fuck. I don't think I've watched Tri-Bridge. O2 kids getting shafted, color me surprised. There's a lot of the O2 kids and not a lot of Digimon. There's not a lot of Digimon in this Digimon movie, is my main complaint with that movie. There's one Digimon, and it's Ukomon, and they take up most of the movie. But I will say, Ukomon is better than Mekumon. I like them a lot more. Will it destroy you like Last Evolution? I don't think so. I think Last Evolution Kizuna is so fucking good. That movie rules. That movie is a really, really good movie. And I think that I don't know that Digimon will ever be able to top it, if I'm being honest. I think they reached the peak there. I love that movie so much. That it's such a good theme. It's because the whole movie is about like, hey, you know, eventually you have to grow up. Which, like, it's always so funny to me when people talk about the ending of Last Evolution, where they're like, but it doesn't make sense because they lose their Digimon, and that doesn't work with the ending of O2. And I'm like, you need to grow up. You need to let it go. That's the whole point of the movie, is that sometimes you have to let things go. You miss the entire premise. You need to. Like, you just need to let it go. You need to move on. And it's just so funny to me. So, because every time someone has an issue with the movie, I'm just like, watch it again. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's the whole point, is that you, the 20 or 30-year-old who grew up watching Digimon, need to move on, is what the movie tried to tell you. Which I think is excellent. And I don't think the O2 movie really hit anything as good as that, if that makes sense. Like, they didn't really take any big swings. Yeah, like the tearjerking moment when Ash tells Pikachu to go when I was like 11 or 12. Except for real. Because it's like an end of series movie instead of like the middle of a season. Because even as a kid, I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way that Pikachu actually leaves. I will say, Kizuna did do nostalgia way better than Tri did as well. The O2 movie, they do some of the nostalgia right. Like, the Digivolve sequences in O2 are really good. It's just that there's just not that much of them. I'm also kind of disappointed because, like I said, nothing new really comes out of that movie. Like, we didn't get a new form for any of, like, the Digimon in O2. Like, we didn't get Megas from the other two DNA evolutions. Imperial Digimon doesn't get a new form. I was just like, it just doesn't... I don't know, man. I wanted more from it. Based on the preamble that they didn't advertise any new Imperial forms or Megas for the other two DNAs, I kind of had a feeling. Yeah, they did get leaked super early for the other one. For Kizuna. I've kind of come around to those two forms as well. I didn't like the new adventure series. Really, the Digivolve sequences in that show are really good. Oh, the first time Agumon Digivolves to Greymon in Adventure 2020 is remarkable. The way that he's like it kind of happens like one limb at a time, so it like looks all like freaky and weird. I love that shit. That was awesome. I have to go back and watch 2020. I think they look substantially better in motion. Yeah, I can agree with that. I think a lot of the issues people have with those forms is that they look kind of weird when you just look at a picture of them, but they look way better in the actual movie. But again, it follows the same thing we were talking about earlier, where I'm like, some people just don't like humanoid, like, mega forms, and I'm like, that's the point, though. Figured they'd use the new Magnamon form that got revealed. There's a new Magnamon form? Is it that, like, silver one? Isn't that supposed to be, like, a non-armor version of him? I didn't really follow it that much. I don't know what's real and what's, like, fanon. New form is a power-up Magna X. Oh, I think I have seen that, yeah. Someone posted that somewhere. I don't like when they make too many Digiforms in the same style. I can kind of agree with that. So it was always a long shot to be in the movie? Yeah. Ugh, it hurts. Help me. Eat this fruit. There was another antidote fruit? What? I'm not done? Well, where the fuck is the other fruit? What do you mean? Oh, this game. Cool. Is it in this swamp? I got a dip. Buzz will be around in a bit for some Lethal Company, aka them cowering the moment anything shows up. Hell yeah. Have a good one, Jthbox. Thanks for stopping by for the stream. People hate humanoid megas, but you post a picture of Magnamon and people violently convulse. It's a very varied community, the Digimon community. I don't think Magnamon is a bad Digimon, but I think Ophanimon fits the theme a lot better, so I like Ophanimon more. But like when Gatomon turns into Magnamon, I'm not like, this sucks! I'm like, alright, whatever. Oh, there's the antidote fruit. Well then where's Shogun Gekomon? Wergurumon is top tier though. Wergurumon is pretty cool. I like Wergurumon a lot, and it is kind of weird that I know we just talked about this, but it is kind of weird that they go from humanoid back down to like you don't evolve from bipedal to quadrupedal to bipedal to quadrupedal again. Like Gabumon walks on 2 feet, Garurumon walks on 4, Wergurumon walks on 2, and then Metalgurumon walks on 4. That doesn't make evolutionary sense, so I don't like that. But I even though I like all those forms, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I do kind of think there should be a mega version of like Wergurumon, where it's just like a big ass beastly werewolf. It's the whole issue of megas not being planned originally. Yeah, I can see it. The theory is because of warp digivolution. I mean, maybe. You know, like this shrimp dragon. I think Magdramon's fine. I just don't think Magdramon should have that much like focus on it, I guess. But Greymon growing robot parts doesn't make sense evolutionary either. Yeah, you're not wrong. But I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Like that's a theorized version of human evolution. It's like, well, how do humans evolve further? It's like, well, our technology. And I'm like, I don't know that I agree with that, but I understand what you're going for. And at least War Greymon makes sense from Metal Greymon. Even though he gets smaller, he is like more tech infused, so it makes sense. Or is he though? Is War Greymon, does he have that much tech? Or is he just kind of like in armor? I guess I've never really thought about that. In my head it makes sense, but now I'm not sure. I like Magmon more now that they use Goldgemon as a pairing. Oh, that's pretty cool. Valkyremon is still the best Gatomon Mega anyways. The Sylvimon Mega? I don't really like Valkyremon as much. I think Minervamon and more importantly Mervamon are the better kind of like warrior Digimon like that. War Greymon is like a cosplayer. I'd say he's way less tech. Maybe. I think it makes sense though, because the arm is basically the same for Metal Garurumon. Or sorry, for Metal Greymon and War Greymon. People might come for my throat for this, but Metal Greymon is awful. I have a weird thing with Metal Greymon. I didn't really like Metal Greymon a lot growing up. He's still not my favorite form, but I can't deny that there's like a powerful nostalgia that comes with seeing Metal Greymon for the first time. Like when I saw him in Survive, I was like, hell yes. This is the guy. I know this guy. He's a strong one. I don't know. It just feels like it's nostalgic for me. I don't really like nostalgia too much, but I will admit that the Metal Greymon nostalgia is there for me, even though it's not my favorite form. I think Rise Greymon is better than Metal in like every single way. Rise Greymon is a super good design. I mean, War Greymon can only drop the claws if they get knocked off him, like in our war game, and he just goes for the fucking punch. Machine Dramon is a better fit for Metal Greymon, honestly. I mean, it is, but I think that's the point. Is that if Metal Greymon continued to go full mech, he would just go to Machine Dramon. Metal Greymon is like the middle point between War Greymon and Machine Dramon, which I like. I think that's a cool way to do it. Rust Tyrannomon's badass. I like Rust Tyrannomon too. I also like Chaos Dramon, the Machine Dramon Super Mega. Oh, are you like an actual boss? I mean, he has butterfly wings because the theme song of Digimon is Butterfly. So I don't know what. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's canon. Oh, he's not a boss. He just looks like he's taking up 3 spaces. He's only taking up 1. I think of it like this way, where it's like Metal Greymon would turn to Machine Dramon if he didn't have a human partner. Like, if he just evolved naturally, he would have become a Machine Dramon, but because of Ty's intervention or whatever, it, like, changed his evolution path. I think that's what kind of, like, the way Digimon's supposed to be. It's all about, like, well, how does this change now that a human is present? I do want to point this out because I think it's kind of funny. Metal Greymon Shimon stuff in Adventure Out 2020 is very good. I think I've seen the scene, right, where he turns into like you see like a ghost of Machine Dramon like fighting that, what is it, Dun Devimon? Is that the thing? I still have to watch 2020. I only know parts of it. So what would Andromon digivolve into with a human partner? That would be neat. Hi Andromon. He becomes perfected. Shit. I don't remember why Coronamon is named Kevin. I don't know why this is a thing. Is it Dan Devimon? Oh, so every time Greymon digivolves, the transition has Machine Dramon's head clamped down and Greymon has a tease? Oh, that's pretty good. I remember that being a thing where they were like hinting at it for a while and people were like talking about it. Like, today's the day. New skill, normal bomb. Just your standard bomb. This feels like a weird attack. I already have Raging Flame. I guess this takes more MP and it does better effect. Okay. You know, I'm saying the argument is high Andromon is because he doesn't have a human part and therefore becomes more cybernetic, where he could have been an interesting split position. Ah, I see what you mean. Just had to get one on the way out, huh? Couldn't let me just fucking leave. I mean, Numemon kind of has a form, or I know Sukamon has a form. What could he turn into with human intervention? It's 2 Warmon from Digigross. Which I think is actually a pretty interesting design. 2 Warmon just looking like a fucking sick-ass golden ninja. Edamon missing link timeline? Yeah. Well, that's the difference between Metal Edamon and King Edamon. Or Prince Edamon, I forget what its name is. Well, we're at 2 hours. We've done 3 quests in 2 hours because this game is highly efficient and really cares about your time. I should also mention that was with speed up. So, you know, this is the game. Puppetmon turns into Lies of Pmon. King Edamon is Prince Mayamon. That's a weird royalty chain. Hey, 12 quests done. Hooray. Cool. I like how I have to go here to figure out if there's more story to do. Who? Alright, well, I'm going to wrap up here because this is my last day of my vacation and I'd like to enjoy it, so I don't want to play this game anymore. But I will say, thank you, chat, for showing up today. I do appreciate it. This stream was a lot more doable with the chat being like active and everything. I really appreciate it because I think if the chat had been a little slower today, I would have been losing my fucking mind. So I really do appreciate you guys being active. It was fun chatting with you guys today. So if we could do this for every stream forever, that would be great. You're all legally required to be here now. So a couple things to go over. Anode Heart comes out tomorrow. You guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a shot. It's, like I said, it's Digimon World 1 and 3 inspired kind of RPG made by someone who already made a Pokemon fan game, so they're kind of familiar with game design to an extent. So I enjoyed the first part of it. You guys should check it out. Don't forget to check out the Digimon Adventure series, which is basically a PSP game that follows the story of the first season of Digimon. It's really fun. I'm really liking all the references and stuff like that. And it's just a good time to relive the story of the original game, or the original series. What else? Be sure to watch the series that lost to this game today, Pokemon Stadium 2 rental randomizer, which is if you wanted the Wrath of Zalis, you will never see me more upset than playing that game. Because the highs are high and the lows are lows. And then yeah, on Saturday, right? Is it Friday or Saturday? What did I schedule it for? On Saturday, you can watch the original Pokemon Stadium randomized rental randomizer playthrough. It is almost 15 hours, so enjoy. And then more Paper Mario on Sunday for people who are enjoying that. Paper Mario randomized, so you guys should also watch that series. But that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you guys for today. Sorry it's a shorter stream. I am trying to keep my sanity. So thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. No stream this week, but should be one next week. Bye bye.